Hello there, my name is Aaron and I'm the bloke who makes spaceships and other things from toys and everyday junk. Greta Thunberg would be proud if she wasn't flying halfway around the world lecturing people on climate change. Anyhow, this week, as you've already seen on my thumbnail, I've decided to make a spinner vehicle from the movie Blade Runner. I found this toy at the local thrift store. I thought it would be perfect for this build. It came in a bag of other toys which I'm going to be using in this build, so you know what that means. Let's start scratching that build. Firstly, I need to tackle the gaps in the side of the toy. Now I could use styrene or cardstock to cover the gaps, but I've got something better. These are wings from an old model kit that I'll just repurpose, cut down and cover the gap. So with a quick measurement and using my snips, I'm now going to have two doors. Before gluing the doors to the toy, I quickly went over it with some heat just to get that shiny surface off all the plastic. So hopefully that this door will just stick using super glue and won't fall off later down the line. This is one of the many toys that came in the bag. I'm going to want these two sides, so going to break out my hobby saw, there we go, and slowly cut away. Public service announcement. Do be careful if you're ever using saws or hobby X-Acto knives. I for one hate the sight of my own blood, and it may not look like it, but I do take care when doing this sort of thing. Fun fact, the last time I cut myself was from the edge of cardstock. Go figure. Now one has become two, I can work out how to stick these bad boys to the toy. And that means a little cosmetic surgery is needed. So bringing out the snips, I'm just going to snip away a bit of this plastic. There we go. And hopefully, if I do the same to the other side, then they will fit nice and snugly. Well, guess what? They didn't. Turns out, to get a better fit, I'm going to have to chop some more of this off, which is going to be tricky because there's kind of a gap in between the two plastics, but hey, you know, I do this for a hobby, so if anything goes wrong, I can always patch it up, hopefully. So a happy accident happened, and I don't mean cutting my fingers off. After I did a little bit of nibbling away at the plastic wings, the gap in the two sides fits snugly over the toy. So I just need to trim bits off the toy, and there we go. They fit on just nicely, which means better purchase and better gluing spot. I've just got to be careful now that when I glue this to there, it's going to be straight and not skew whiff like a lot of my other builds. More bits of plastic junk is incoming. I rummaged around my junk drawer like a 16-year-old would in his girlfriend's bra drawer and found this stuff. I know that's a terrible joke, but hey, that's what this channel's about, bad jokes. I found these tank tyre track things and just going to snip them in half, and I'm going to use them for this build. I know it looks like I'm all fingers and thumbs in this shot, but I assure you something is being stuck down to something else. There, look, the tank tracks are in place. Bit of a boring spot at the back, so I'll cover that with this less boring bit of plastic. These two bits I cut off the side bits look like vents, so I'm going to use them. This bit of plastic asked if it could be in on this build, and I'd hate to say no after it asked so nicely. If you notice on these spinner vehicles, they have wheels, which is kind of strange because they fly, but hey, I'm going to use these toy wheels and just chop them down and incorporate them into this build. Tyres chopped down and stuck together, these will go on the back. I left the other two wheels whole and simply stuck to the sides of the wings. So if you made it this far without skipping and want to leave a comment, use this word at the start of your comment so I know you're not a skipper. Also, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I had gaps at the edges where I put the side bits, so I'm just going to cover them up with some greeblies from something. And I've got to say so myself, it's looking quite cool. Odd, but looking cool. Now I got this wire from the same toy I got the wheels from, and they light up. Look! I lengthened the wires, which took ages, but I'm quite proud of this. So proud of the wire work that I forgot to film me sticking it into the toy. So you're just going to have to see me put some other little wire greeblies onto this build. There was a gap at the top of the windshield, so I'm just going to plug that with this bit of plastic. This is my box of junk bots. It's become my go-to for adding greeblies at the moment. They sell packs on Amazon, so I'd grab them while you can. This is a headlight from the junk bots that I'm just going to greebly up a little bit, just adding some garden wire to it to then stick to the spinner, toy, spinner, vehicle, whatever you want to call it. I originally wanted to put it here where the hole is, and then realised that it's going to cover one of the lights, which I didn't want to happen, so I'm going to reposition it. Luckily I managed to pull it off before it fully hardened. That didn't sound right. Quickly moving on to the base. That's EVA foam, which is a mat that you can buy in packs for under €10, I suppose. I've had these for quite a few years now, and I keep using these as my bases for dioramas and stuff like that. Just make sure you get a sharp edge, a sharp knife, sharp hobby knife. I know what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to paint this with some tarmac, which is from Vallejo, and then go over that with some black acrylic paint. Now before I do any sort of painting, I'm going to use this. This is from Green Stuff World, and it's a liquid mask. Basically you just put it on anything that you want to not be painted, and then once all the paint's dried you can just peel it off. I'm going to use this on the two lights because, God help me, these lights have caused me no amounts of pain. So there's the spinner, just black primed with the rattle can of black, ready for painting. So I'm going to make this like a police car because of the lights, because of the red and blue flashy lights. So it's just going to be a normal acrylic blue. You can feel the concentration that's going into this painting at this moment in time. Actually, I was going to use my air gun, spray gun, but forgot to charge it again. So I'm just going to do a quick normal paint job with a paintbrush. Once the blue is dry, then I'm going to go in with like a copper colour just for the wires and little bits of other little details. Now that all the painting has been done, I can peel off this liquid mask. It's a bit more tricky than it should be, but that's because it's me that's doing this, so I make everything look tricky when it isn't. Quickly testing the lights, and I've broke one of the wires again. These wires are a nightmare, so I'm going to have to get the soldering iron back out again. I'll spare you that because that's about 5 times now that I've broken wires on this bloody thing. Anyway, I will persevere, it will be working. But for now, what I'll do, I'll just use some streaky grime and just put little streaks down the side of the vehicle just to make it look like it's a bit more dirty. And that is near the end of the video. Before the glam shots, I'll fix the lights, hopefully. Fingers crossed, and that's it. It'll be the glamour shots next. Thanks for stopping by and watching this. It's one of my little favourite things that I've made so far this year. So yeah, thanks very much. Keep scratching that build, everybody, and until next time, thanks for watching.